what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. I'm going to tell you 3 rules that you all need to know and memorize. Number 1, every power that government takes from us, it will never relinquish voluntarily. Number 2, every power they take from us, they will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible. Number 3, nobody in history of the planet has ever complied their way out of totalitarian control. Every capitulation is a signal to the oppressors to impose new forms of torment or torture or compliance or obedience. Every time you comply, you get weaker. Bullies cannot be appeased. It just encourages them to new forms of torture and torment. Every time you say yes, you're getting pushed back to a weaker position. That's why we need to resist today what we're seeing today.
See, now, what happened with me growing up is like a microcosm of what has been happening for the past decade across the country. And I wish so badly I shared this to my normal news feed with some shit in the caption like, don't you fucking wish that you had listened to me almost 15 years ago, more than a decade ago, when we were teenagers and I was desperately trying to wake you the fuck up, and y'all were in my comment section calling me crazy. See, like, you know, I'm not trying to be mean to my normal friends that I know in real life, that I fucking grew up with, and they're on my Facebook, and I spent the past like 15 fucking years most of my teenage years just in a struggle, shaking them violently, only to watch the Matrix drugs go up the little spine thingamajig and knock them the fuck back out. Just awash with mainstream media trash and garbage, just fucking no clue what's going on. Like, I don't know, man. But it's a microcosm of what's gone on across the entire country. And even with Trump himself or Alex Jones. like my little, you know, my little friends list of people, like, is dwarfed by the size of the group these days, you know. I'm not one of these fucking guys. I haven't been throughout my life, we'll say, one of these guys that just adds random people. And then you got people that have like 4,000 people in their fucking friends list of their normal Facebook profile, and they think that means something, you know? And it's like, yeah, within the group's membership, there are people that I've gotten to know well enough to say, yeah, they're my friends. Right? But like, anyway, the point is that like when I was a kid trying to wake people up, it was still very much the space that we were in was still very non-official, you could say. We were still very much in the like 1970s, 1980s long-haired cork board with a bunch of pieces of yarn connecting pins, classical stereotypical conspiracy theorist era, really. Like, things had gone into hyperdrive within the truth movement community after 9/11. It was like, all right, it's go time. Conspiracy theorists, truth movement people, the independent media got up off of its ass like fucking Mark Wahlberg in the Lone Survivor movie or Chris Kyle. But so, I don't know, it's just a crazy place to be in to look back, where it's like, now we're in a position where we have pushed the front line forward enough and gained enough ground that the little play on a stage that has been the US government for years and years is finally over, to a certain extent. But for the most part, like this speech right now, okay? JFK got shot for this. So, to anybody that says, to all the libtards that scoff when I try to wake them the fuck up out of their stupidity, and I go, hey, dipshit retard, like, do you not remember your own, like, political history? This is JFK. And they go, fine, all right, then. If Trump isn't JFK, well, he did the next best thing and he got RFK appointed. And honestly, he's our most powerful piece on the board right now. RFK. Let's do RFK 2028. Give this guy a titanium helmet, too. But so the play is over. And we've reached a point where now, what's coming out of Washington is reflective of what the people's sentiments are. Now, we have taken back our government. This is a we have taken back our government moment. Maybe not all of it, but enough of it as to where he can say this without getting clapped immediately. We are now at the point, the front line back in the day used to be your friends list. Like, like what's his name? Like
the game is so rigged,
like this guy said in his little speech that I posted a clip of a while back. The battlefield of the information warfare is your social media feed. Well, it's not anymore, quite frankly, honestly. Your little group of friends doesn't matter anymore. Like, we have moved the front line up from, like, clearly your little group of friends doesn't really matter anymore because this is going on. Like, do I spend all day posting to my little group of friends that I know personally? No. I gave up trying to wait. Those of them that aren't going to wake up, like there's like maybe a quarter of my friends that I successfully woken up, and honestly, I guess that's statistically, pretty good. If you think about it. Doesn't stop it from feeling like it sucks. I wish every single one of my friends was just going fucking hardcore. But that was the battlefield of a decade ago. We have pushed the front line all the way up to the government. It used to be you, the man in the arena, being the speaker out in your little group of friends all across the country going through the same process. That one guy in the group, or however many of them that there are, get called fucking crazy. And now we're here, where we've pushed the front line up to the federal government. And so now, instead of addressing the New World Order at this lower social media level, this ground level, grassroots level, we're addressing the New World Order at the New World Order level. Because we've pushed the front line all the way up to our federal government, now we as a country within the New World Order system can look at the New World Order like a lot of other countries are and saying, yeah, United Nations, European Union, fucking Brussels, all these different globalist organizations, we see you, we're not going along with this, so on and so forth. If we so it's amazing progress, but it's bittersweet because it's like, holy fuck, if you're not awake at this point, you are fucking fucked. I'm sorry. But the gloves, y'all should have been awake a decade ago. The gloves should have been off the illest of minutes ago. Like, if you are not awake at this point, you're still ho-humming around, you're still fucking... what the fuck are you doing? Like, there is literally no hope for your ass. You have literally RFK pulling a JFK saying, hey, we got this whole globalist cabal of secret societies that are trying to literally enslave you. Man is in the highest position of the land. He's at the front line. He's in the federal government. No. We're not trying to wake up enough people to have a voting block to send a spear tip of a candidate into the swamp to fight the system now. We're past that. Yeah, still waking up fucking people, random people, is important. But like, we've moved beyond these microcosms. A phase right now, honestly, within the next few years that's really important is transitioning this momentum. Fucking, like I have pointed out many times, the hardened core of the MAGA movement, whether or not the milquetoast conservatives realize it, is the conspiracy theory truth movement. And milquetoast Republicans of yesteryear are just along for the ride, basically. So reaching out to them, because if we don't reach out to them, like, we cannot allow shit to go back to business as usual in 2028, imagine how motherfucking embarrassing that would be. If these New World Order scum just fucking got up out of the rubble pile that we threw them into after several walls and just kind of dusted themselves off and looked around with their eyebrows raised to see if the guy that threw them was gone, and then just kind of was like, huh, well, that was strange, and got back to operating the controls of the government. Like, no, we cannot fucking it'd be the most pathetic display of just, it'd be so garbage. No. So, and we can talk about Israel and the Epstein shit and the back and forth, all of that shit. All right. What if and a lot of people already have in what you might call what was previously a very unified front in the form of a giant middle finger to the left and the New World Order, pretty much had been shattered into many middle fingers of a flip-off fractal, flipping itself off and everyone else at the same time. All this fucking argumentation about the Epstein bullshit. If we don't, what's gonna happen? I mean, what if me, myself, right? And never mind me, myself. But just consider that too. But so what happens when the greater truth conspiracy movement turns that corner and is like, yeah, we're no longer with Trump and da 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 because of this shit? Well, don't expect your milquetoast conservative Republican average dude that doesn't really know what's going on but can see the obvious garbage left on the news and see the difference between them and Trump. You think they're gonna follow you when you've done no work to fucking wake them up? And I should do it more. I've only done it like a few times. There's dozens of big ass Trump groups out there with thousands of people in them that are milquetoast as fuck. And I have members in this group from a bunch of these different Trump groups. And I'm like, you guys need to share this shit with the fucking groups that you came from in order to wake, because they're not fully awake. They're like infantry in a fucking trench on the front line, kind of. The way I talked about it, like that's the level that they're at. The way I talked about it in the Trumpstein videos, the videos reacting to the whole Trumpstein situation, talking about the dynamic between the left and the right, arguing with each other in live chats and streams. There's like a really good screenshot of the interaction politically going on, taking the temperature, finger on the pulse. So, what do you think? You think that they're gonna be unified with us? I mean, I'm just saying, like Like, we can't turn into our own Q thing and just think, like, I mean, nobody's looking around and saying, all right, who are we going to get to continue this shit in 2028? You get the fucking retards who say, oh, yeah, we'll just elect Trump again. No, we're not doing that. That's fucking dumb. It's cute. It's cute. It's funny to troll the goofy libtards with that shit. But we're not doing that. So let's get fucking real here. Gosh. It's not fucking good enough to have all these people, the milquetoast conservatives, be in their positions but not be aware enough of what's going on and how this whole shitfest works, to where when this Trumpstein nonsense becomes a fucking talking point from the left, that they don't know how to immediately swat it down like the bullshit that it is, when having to deal with these fucking morons in a live conversational situation. No, you scum, shut the fuck up. You did not spend the last decade keeping the Epstein meme alive. You weren't posting that shit. You didn't give a fuck about the New World Order, the pedophile rings that control it. You're a poser. You're just a fucking weasel using this shit because you got nothing else to fucking say. It's like a bunch of parrots. And it's so fucking funny how the left collectively shut the fuck up within a few days on that, didn't they? Because that was really fucking annoying for a few days. Have to listen to all these morons. Gosh. Newsflash. Only fucking reason why I've had to, I should have taken more screenshots of the various articles reporting on this. I only took one and posted it a while back. Newsflash, Trump was the original informant that reported Epstein to the FBI. He's the guy who banned Epstein from his fucking hotel system. The fuck? And like the birthday book, really? All this shit. All the dumb shit where you take instances where, like, he says so and so. Like, I mean, are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded? Because we do this shit constantly. You see this other shit constantly. Where he says, so and so is a great guy, a smart guy. Vladimir Putin's a smart guy. Xi Jinping is a smart guy. Fucking, so, yeah. Maybe don't call the leader of the other country in front of the entire planet a fucking retard just to make the other retarded people in the country happy. It's like ruin it. It's like the woke mind virus infection of gaming. We gotta ruin fucking entire video game franchises to appease fucking little shrieking segments of lesbians. I don't know. I just saw this clip of RFK giving this speech, which is basically some shit I said a decade ago to my own group of friends. I was like, this is his, what's the name? Stan? I think it's Stan. Or is it Kyle? Whichever one of the South Park characters always gives a speech to the rest of his friends and nobody ever listens to it. He's like, wait, you guys, there's a better way. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Now, the speech that somebody, now you guys, 9/11 was an inside job. Fluoride is bad for you. A mixture of chemicals is causing autism. It's not genetic. These food dyes are poisonous petrochemical mixtures. Now the "you're a crazy tinfoil hat guy" speech, we finally pushed it all the way to now we're getting the chemicals out of the food and the fluoride out of the water. And my God, let's go back here a little bit. Because it's just fucking ridiculous. Oh, this is that stupid shit where it's set to fucking... Oh, alright. Okay, let me... I mean, this is gonna happen. This is... Like, I mean, as a kid who was very smart but had very little control over my fucking life growing up, like, I mean, you're a kid. As a kid who was very smart and was aware of how dumb the adults were around me and how little control over my life. Let me put it like that, because what kid has a lot of control over their life, right? but in an existential crisis sort of way, this kind of shit, and I went through shit that you could say is reminiscent of this kind of shit. I was on Ritalin as a kid, you know, or any other fucking antipsychotic. Who knows what chemically that really does to you in the long term? Nobody's been fucking... There aren't people who have been alive for 100 years on these drugs. So we don't know how fucked I'm gonna be when I'm in my 80s or whatever. But anyway, I could just see it. I could just see this scenario. God, how infuriating, like Stewie, bro, I would be. Be like Stewie with autism. But I mean, how motherfucking infuriating would it be, or to watch it, to be a kid and know this shit, to be however fucking old, like up until 18, and you don't have the ability to make fucking decisions, and you got some dumb retard leftist fucking, like, I mean the entire collective population of the female left is gonna turn into Eminem's mom basically overnight. Like, they're already drinking motherfucking liquid Tylenol because RFK said, don't do that, it'll give your kid autism, right? So now that we have the cure for autism out, you know that there's going to be all sorts of convoluted, mental gymnastics filled fucking nonsense as to why these lunatics refuse to try, and you're gonna have the fucking kid with the tinted shades and his buddy Mimsy from South Park needs to do an episode where they're like, Mimsy, I want my autism cured, but my stupid parents won't let me. Shut up, Mimsy. Like literally, this is the situation we are in. You're gonna have dude, like I'm just waiting for the wave of dumbass videos to come in. Just waiting for the wave of dumbass videos to come in. And some more drinking Tylenol. Let's fuck up our blood-brain barrier and find out. So that's the news update. That's the state of things. That's so fucking convoluted. Oh my god, just to like know where we're at. I can't you know this is gonna happen. Jesus Christ.